and I'm 47 years old, and I am what we call an ultra runner, somebody that runs distances of over 50K, or anything over 26 miles, I guess, is an ultra. But I mainly compete in 50 and 100 mile races, and so that's what I love to do. I was never really an athlete growing up. I kind of played soccer, but was always on the sideline because I absolutely hated running. I got into kind of to the drug scene from friends, you know, staying awake all night, so I started doing speed a lot. So I did that for about 2.5 years, and I got arrested. So I got basically scared straight. I spent one night in jail, and that was it for me. It was like, you know, I took a look at myself and thought, how the heck did I get here? You know, I don't belong here. So I went through like an outpatient recovery, and that was in 1994. And, you know, I started on my road to recovery from there. I decided I'm never going to do drugs again, and I'm never going to drink again. Started exercising like in a gym, and I would walk 3 miles. I had this little route I would do. And then one day, this is about 2 years after I had been clean, I thought, I'm going to try to run that little 3-mile loop that I do every day. So I ran, and I felt great. And so I thought, I want to do a race. So I looked for the next race coming up, which was like in 2 weeks, and I did a 10K, and I finished that. You know, no experience in running. I had been running for like 2 weeks, and I just felt fantastic. So when I got back to my car, there was a flyer for the San Francisco Marathon, which was in 3 months. Ran the San Francisco Marathon 3 months after I pretty much started running. So I did that for 2 years and I was trying to do all the marathons in California on my second year, and I met some people that were, you know, into trail running, because a lot of the marathons were on trails too. And so I would hear people talk about this ultra marathon. I'm like, ultra marathon? Well, that's just it's like 6 miles longer than what I'm doing now. I could do that. So I signed up, and I did a 50K and finished that. It was like 110 degrees out, horrific, you know, heat. And I finished that, and I felt great. I'm like, wow, so 50K, I can do a 50-miler. So, you know, that later that month, I think it was the same month, I ended up doing a 50-mile race. Another couple months later, I signed up and I did a 100-miler. In 2004, I did the John Muir Trail, but not only did I do the John Muir Trail, which is 212 miles, it goes from Yosemite to the top of Mount Whitney. I decided that when I did that, I was going to turn around and run back, because I wanted to beat the men's record, which is 14 days, and I did it in 12 days, 4 hours and 57 minutes by myself. And when I did that, I said, there's no stopping. I was nobody. I wasn't an athlete. I just have it in my mind, like, let's just go out and have fun and enjoy the views and enjoy nature and just live. You know, I'm only here once. So I run because I love being in the outdoors. I don't like running on the road. And occasionally, you know, I live a mile from the trailhead. I got to run on the road, you know, a mile out, a mile back. Or if I'm training for something flat, I'll kind of run on the road. But my whole thing on running is I do it because I love it. Do all of you do other sports too, or do other things besides just run? Because I think that's really important. A lot of people that are ultra runners, they just run. They don't do cross training to keep your, you know, muscles strong so you prevent against getting injured. And that's like a really important thing for me, is I don't just run, I do other things. So I do cross train, you know, I do like work out 4 days a week with weights. I have a gym at my home too. I do other stuff besides just run. So I think it's really important to prevent injury by doing other things, you know, not just doing the same thing over and over again, you know. And so that's kind of what this facility is about. If you want to maybe mention something about your place, Andy, that they don't know.
The Bauerfeind Performance Center is built around a holistic approach towards injury. We like to work with athletes to avoid surgery and to keep them going. So all of our products are really the best in the world. They're pieces of wearable therapy, so they actually make the joints get stronger as you go, and it still allows you wear them while you train. And they are great products. We also have packages here where we analyze you, and we can see where you need to strengthen up in order to avoid an injury or the existing injury that you have. It's extremely important to make sure that the core is good, basically proximal stability for distal mobility. So if you're going to be running, the proximal part has to be good. Basically, it's like building a foundation of a house. If your foundation isn't strong, everything you build on top of it is going to be faulty. And so what we're here to do is help you maintain that and keep you out running, keep you going. We just know that our products are the best out there. We're going to the Olympics this year. We have a lot of famous athletes wear our products, and so that's really where all of our credibility comes from.